So today we're going to get from this into this. These will be used as well, but this won't. So you probably might be guessing, obviously from what we're seeing, what's going on today. In the description, you know what's going on today. So we're going to get into it. So first of all, you might be familiar with the portable version of the Evercade, which we've reviewed here, and there's a link to that in the description below. So if you want to check out the way that we opened it up, our opinions of it, have a look at that first if you so wish. But there's other reviews on the internet. I'm just going to put that to one side. I'll take the cartridges out, one of my favourite carts, and we'll come on to that in a moment. So I'm going to just push these to the side here. So I've just had this through, and I know there's been a few reviews already, but I'm going to do my own take of this. Came through about a few days ago, so I wanted to get a bit of time to have a look it over and, you know, spend a bit of time just checking it out rather than rushing it too much. So first of all, we get the box itself. Obviously it comes in, this is the Evercade VS, which is the console. Obviously this is a console, but this is a handheld console. This is not a handheld console. I mean, you could put it in a rucksack and take it somewhere, but in all sort of sense of the word, it's not a portable console. It is a console which sits underneath your TV or wherever you want to put it. I haven't quite decided where I'm going to put this one yet. Find a little space for it. And yes, it is, I guess, similar to the Switch idea, so, but in a different kind of way, because the Switch obviously requires the main system. This doesn't. This requires just the cartridges, so it's kind of interesting. There are, I think, some other devices that do this, but certainly modern ones, this is not needed for this, which is kind of interesting, because, you know, you could just run with getting these cartridges and play this. That's version 1, if you like. Version 2 is if you already own this, then you're going to own some cartridges, so why not just, you know, go and sort of play the handheld. Well, some people don't want to play just handheld. They want to look at it on a big screen. They just want a different experience. So we're going to get into that, but that's the point. So you kind of have, you can have both, or you can have one, or you can have this one. It's entirely up to you, I guess, how you want to run with it. So going around the box, this is coming out at 1080p. Includes 18 arcade games, including Double Dragon and Burger Time. And at the time, this might increase, that's why I got the plus against it, 260 games available, which are sold separately. So you've got an expandable library, cartridge system, up to 4 players, and all the games are officially licensed. Go on the side, it tells you what's in the box, which you're going to come into. You've got the console, the controllers, you've got a micro USB, a guide, and you actually get some games with it, which is good. And then it tells you more about the games in the collection. It's all about the games for me, obviously. So you got the Atari collection, you got the Worms, California games. Now these are the games that sit within some of the packs, if you like. So the Atari Lynx is a really cool one for me, particularly for California games. Goes into some detail here, quite a good little diagram on the back here. Talks about save states, you get filters. We're going to get into this. You get to play it on your TV. Mentioned about how it comes out resolution wise, compatible with the cartridges. Obviously, you've got built-in Wi-Fi for reasons we'll get into. Again, it's just giving you a bit more detail, and it's all like in translated languages as well. The controller, which I'm interested to see, because I haven't seen any one of these close up, I must admit. It's a 3-meter cable, and you've got responsive controls, so let's see how clicky those buttons are. Right, should we get into it? That's quite nice, the way that opens. I'm just going to put that box over there. It's very red, which is cool. So I quite like packaging. It's a big thing for me. So how does that come out? There you go. Right, so that pops out. Thus far. Can you see that now? Yeah, you can see that. And then it just, how do we get it out? Okay. I don't want to break that, so I'm going to just pull that out and put it up there for a minute. Yeah, it's quite a slick little machine. So there's the There you go. In comparison size, just fell off there. We're gonna show you a Game Boy against it. So let's just take that off. Put that there like that. Balance it, and then there's a Game Boy Color. So yeah, it's quite small. It's probably 1, 2.5 Game Boy Colors as a footprint. So I tend to measure things in relation to other consoles, so that's quite a good way of doing it, really. So yeah, 3 Game Boy Colors. So let's have a look at the actual unit now. Let's get into the closeness of it. Let's put it in here a bit. So got all the branding aspects. I think this is the, what is that, the power? I think, yeah, that's the power. And then you've got how the slots go in. So assuming, I'm terrible with instructions, should really get into those, but I'm just going to find out as I go. You can put 2 cartridges in at the same time. So yeah, that just goes in like that. And then that just goes in like that. And off you go. So yeah, hopefully fairly straightforward with the way the cartridges work. Close that up. I don't think you need to close that up. You could have it open if you want. There's an air vent. And then you've got obviously the controller ports. The controller's going to be in here. Yeah, that's the power. It's got to be, isn't it? I mean, a lot of stuff's intuitive. There's the power in. There's the HDMI out. And that, we'll find out what that is in a minute. I think I probably know what it is. Doesn't take a genius. So that's it. It's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to put that down there. And then we've got the games that come with it. I'm trying to think whether I've got these or not. The Data East pack. Yeah, I might have these already. So you might get a bit of a repeat. Obviously, it doesn't matter. You can always sell the games, give them to a friend, whatever, if you own already. So I think I've got that one. I can't be entirely... Just have a look. Data East. Maybe I haven't, actually. I'm sure I had Data East Arcade 1. Is that the same thing? Possibly, yeah. Well, we'll check that out. And then we've got the Technos, which I don't think I've got, which looks really good. And yeah, but I'm just going to get my glasses because I need them for this bit, because the writing on these things, not just Evercade, it's always really, really tiny. So my reading glasses are like unbelievable. So you've got on this one Mysterious Stones, Blockout, Combat Tribes, Double Dragon 2, it's got to be the best game on there, has it? Yeah. Double Dragon 3, it's not bad. Mania Challenge, Minky Monkey, and Battle Lane. So yeah, Double Dragon 2, definitely the best game for me. Having previously played it now, I might be pleasantly surprised with some of the others. But I just want to open it up, get it out of the cellophane. I know this messing about with sealed. So I think you've seen some of this before. If you check out the other video, you get the manual and some nice imagery there, and the actual, there it is. There's the cart itself. There's that one. And put that to one side, and then the Data East. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, could be wrong, that I could be right, that I already got this one. Let's just open it anyway. I quite like the way that from the various publisher developers, the colours change as well. Some variation there. So this is purple. I've seen ones in red. And the game's on here, so I can read it with my glasses here now. We've got here, let's get it in the light, Burger Time, Bad Dudes, great game in the arcade. Wizard Fight. Now Breakthrough, that is a great arcade game. If you hadn't had a chance to play that, it's quite hard in the arcade. You don't really see it very often, but it is really a great game if you get a chance to play it. You've also got Tumble Pop, Darwin, Sly Spy, excuse me, Sly Spy, Chain Reaction, and Lock and Chase. I haven't got this one, I don't think, so I think I would have remembered Breakthrough, so might have a variation. That was my PlayStation making that little dingy noise. Right, let's put that to one side. Open it up. Ah, this is where you get all the gubbins. There you go. It's quite nicely laid out. You know, get straight into it, as they say. So that's going to be your, yeah, that's your power. So you just need most power, kind of USB-C, USB don't have a plug in it, so no complaints to me on that. I've got a ton of plugs, so that's going to just go straight in. It's quite a decent length as well, so there's nothing worse than a little shorty, and it just doesn't, it's not going to happen, is it? And then we've got the controllers. Let's just pull one out. I'm not going to, it's just me today, so controllers, I feel like it's kind of sort of a cross between the kind of feel of it and a few different controllers. It's got a sort of the size of maybe a 3DO stroke. It's quite big, quite wide. I'm not complaining about that. It feels kind of meaty in your hands. The ergonomics of it, quite interesting, because you think it felt a bit weird, but in fact, it's got little things like this. It fits. Let's just see how it fits around your kind of fingers. So you've got the, yeah, it's not bad. It's not too decent, you know, not too bad. I'm quite impressed by that, because at first glance I have to say it looks a bit quite bricky, but then it feels substantial, like, you know, if you're really going to give it some. And those buttons as well are getting some clicks there, and then that's, you know, yeah, I think I'll give it a sort of, you know, good 7.5, and then when we play it we'll see whether it pushes to an 8. And so not many controllers are up there, but let's just get it out of its packets, because we want to kind of get this thing going, don't we, really, which is going to be the next video. This is just really a video to show you what's in the bag, and then I'm going to do a separate video for everybody to see gameplay, because we want to see how this thing plays, how we get it up on the screen, all that sort of thing. So this is kind of part one, just doing the unboxing aspects of it, to show you what's in the contents of it all, and what I think about it without actually playing it, because I think it's interesting to sort of see a product, you know, and then make your judgment fully when you've played it. So the actual controller got a big old long lead there, huge. I think it says is it 3 meters? Something like that. I'm sure I saw it said 3 meters somewhere. Yes, there it is. I wasn't wrong. So it says 3 meter lead cable and 2 controllers. Obviously, you can't, I don't think, how do you do the 4-player thing? I haven't got into that, so that'd be interesting, because I'm sure it said up to 4 players somewhere. So, oh, of course it does. It's got 4 ports, so you just have to buy extra controllers, you know, which is no great shakes, I guess. So it's got the you know, the real retro kind of feel, given that you've got the cables. So anybody complaining, oh, you know, why is it not Wi-Fi? Well, you know, it isn't, is it? It's got cables. It's retro. You're going with the full experience of, like, almost this idea of Evercade, I think, is trying to, you know, play off that point that if you just want to have, you know, a digital download, that's great, you know, play the game, enjoy it, but this is different. This is like physical. Get the physical carts, guys and girls. There you go, physical carts. You get the physical console, obviously. This is what we're talking about. You know, it's about popping that that controller in, that cartridge in, getting that kind of click. Yeah, you know, some people hate that sort of thing. I don't. I just love physical things, and this is just part of the next experience. So just wanted to show it off. There it is. There's the controller. Just once more, bringing it into the camera. You can see it. There's my hands for scale. Sits quite comfortably. Getting those clicks, which is good. And then again, just showing you, because we're going to, in the next video, which you won't see originally here, because I'm going to kind of pump that link in once it's live. But you'll have the 2 videos then when I'm actually playing the thing and showing you how it plays and my opinion of how the games come across and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I think as a kind of form factor, it's definitely something I am warming to already. I like the controller. Packaging's good. Here's the quick start guide. I will get into that, because otherwise there might be a few little bits that I'm missing. It looks pretty straightforward to me. It's obviously in different languages, so the English alone is what, like 8 pages, so I think I can manage to do that. I don't do manuals, but, you know, I will do in this case. That's actually the reset button, as I thought, that grey button. And as I say, everything else is pretty much what I said. It's a, you know, it's pretty standard, easy to get into little console this. So I don't think there'll be too much, in here that I don't know. But yeah, there it is. There's the Evercade VS. I hope you enjoyed this boxing, and on the next one, it might not be the next video because I've got some cool stuff perhaps planned for YouTube. Just been working on a few things in the background, but this is to show you the VS, its unboxing, and all the kind of paraphernalia that comes with it, and kind of how you get from this to this. So, like I say, just to double mention, you don't need this to play this, but you do need these. So, play it how you like, have both, have one or the other. We've got both, and we're going to test out this console in the coming days and weeks and let you know. So let's know what you think about the actual unit, if you've got any sort of views of it, the colorways, the form factor, the size, the controller, what you think about it at first glance. You might have one yourself. Let us know what you think about it. Maybe some tips before we even get into playing the thing that we don't know about. And yeah, we'll see you next on the Evercade playing video, hopefully. Be careful out there and have a great day.